Hi, I'm Derek. I was born here and have lived my whole life in the city everyone calls Cleveland. But for me, it's just home. I once heard Cleveland was known as the Forest City. I started thinking about that name and wanted to learn a bit more about my place. Today, Cleveland is home to over 370,000 people. We have great hospitals and are proud to be the home of the Cleveland Browns and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. But from what I see, we sure don't live up to our old nickname, Forest City. Let me show you around. My school is Lincoln West. Go Wolverines! Which is just a few blocks from here. This is where I take the bus to go home after school, but today I'm heading somewhere else. Take a look to your right. That's me. Or you for the time being. I would love to ride my bike more, especially during the good weather, but I'm not so sure it is the best idea because it's so hot. I wish we had more bike lanes and shade, but we don't. So here I am, waiting for the bus in this heat. Man, it is so hot today. Talk about heat. Have you noticed how hot Cleveland gets during the summer months?
Right now in downtown Cleveland, it's 98 degrees. What? Listen, folks, get ready. This week we'll see temperatures over 100 degrees almost every day. Be sure to take a water bottle wherever you go. This weather announcement.
Do you see what I mean? And no shade for me to chill till the bus comes? My science teacher says that we really need more trees in Cleveland. They help keep us cooler. Funny, huh? If you come to think of it, it's actually true. Look around. I don't see any trees here on West 25th. Last week in class, I heard my teacher, Mr. Johnson, say that we live on an urban heat island. Do you believe it? An island? Wait, do you know what an urban heat island is? I had never heard that term before, so I asked Mr. Johnson what it meant. I'm not talking about a fun getaway. He explained that when there are areas in a city warmer than the surrounding neighborhoods, that's called an urban heat island. Scary, huh? But I knew exactly what he meant. Mr. Johnson said it's mainly because roads, sidewalks, and buildings absorb heat, and it takes a lot longer to cool down at night when the temperature drops off. Wow, what a difference just a little bit of shade makes. I learned that there are neighborhoods in Cleveland with more trees that are much cooler than ours. If we had more shade, life could be so much better. I read that in the late 1800s, most Cleveland neighborhoods had so many trees, but a lot has changed since then. My abuelo says Cleveland had more trees when he was young. I asked him for help on a project I was doing at school. He showed me some amazing old photos of our neighborhood. See how different Cleveland used to be? Back then, he says it was never as hot as it is now. Whoa, check that out. That's awesome. Less traffic would seriously help. That's what I meant when I talked about my bike. I'm thinking that if we don't do something, Cleveland will just keep getting hotter and hotter. I don't know who would want to live here if it's just as hot as Death Valley. I read online that Cleveland could have more than 30 days with temperatures above 90 degrees by 2050. Ouch, that's just way too hot. I was watching the news and they reported that temperatures can vary by 10 degrees from neighborhood to neighborhood. Where I live surely feels warmer than other areas in the city. It just gets hotter every year. My abuela is convinced that the heat makes my asthma worse too. I don't know if she's right, but I know I've gone to the emergency room at least a good 20 times in my life, and I'm not even 20 yet. Some nights, we open the windows to get a breeze. Man, I just wish we had AC. Instead, let's imagine a different future. Whoa, that looks great, doesn't it? I found out all about this idea on the Sustainable Cleveland website. They have a lot of information about a greener future for Cleveland. Did you know that Cleveland has a goal to increase the number of trees in the city by 30% in 2040? That would help us get so much cooler. The trees also help to remove pollution from the air. That could even help me with my asthma. By the way, I will be celebrating my birthday next week. If you're around and feel like celebrating with me, just drop by. It will be at Edgewater Park. It's a fantastic place by the water and full of trees. Oh, my bus is here. I need to get going. I didn't tell you yet, but after I checked that website, I learned I can get involved to help Cleveland. I know I want to keep on living here, so I'm going to learn how to help our city stay cool and be more like the forest city my abuelos remember. Hold on, I just had an idea. Why don't you come with me? Come on, it will be fun. Let's go.